Hi everyone, CY Sterling here. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for joining me for another video. As you can see here, I've laid out a selection of coins, some silver, some not. But my question is this a stack or is it a collection? Maybe a little bit of both. Now, I've heard this question or statement made a few times. Are we stackers? Are we collectors? Or do we fall somewhere in between? So I thought I'd have a look at my own stack or collection and see how I would categorize myself. First, let's try and figure out a distinction between the two. What's a stacker? What's a collector? Now, from my understanding, stackers want to accumulate silver at the lowest price possible, regardless of what they're buying. So the aim, I believe, is to try and get as close to spot as possible. So whether they're buying Britannias or American Silver Eagles or generic silver rounds, the aim is to try and keep the price as low as possible and just accumulate for weight. Collectors, on the other hand, yes, want to buy their silver coins for the best price possible, but are often willing to spend a little bit more to buy higher premium pieces, things that appeal to them on an aesthetic level. So it's not just buying for the silver content, but there's also the collectible appeal, things that they like the look of. Now, personally, I think I fall more into the second category than the first. Obviously, that doesn't mean that I'm going to pay over the odds for everything I buy, but if I like the look of something, even if it costs a little bit more than a generic piece of silver, I'll be willing to pay to add it to my collection. So what sort of things are we talking about? Now let's have a look what we have here. These are standard silver Britannias, 1 ounce bullion pieces, bought for the lowest prices and just building up a foundation stack. But they're more than just that. As we can see, there are also various dates. We have a variety of 2023. One is the King Charles Crown Britannia, the 2023 King Charles Non-Crown Britannia, 2023 Queen Elizabeth, 2022, 2021, 2020, 19, and so forth. So this is also a collection of Britannias in a date run, as are these ones here. These are the older Britannias, 2012, 2011, with an alternate design, 2010, 2008, 2003, and 1998. So this is more than just a stack of basic Britannias. To me, it's a collection that I'm trying to complete, fill in the gaps of all the dates that I'm missing, and create a nice date run collection of Britannias. Additionally, we have things like the Myths and Legends series from the Royal Mint. Here we can see the Robin Hood series of 3 coins: Robin Hood, Maid Marian, and Little John. That's a complete set. And then we have the King Arthur series, which is yet to be completed. Still waiting on one more coin. Now, again, they're just 1 ounce pieces, bullion pieces, but they have a little bit more of a premium because they are part of a collection. They're not just for the silver value. So if I was purely a stacker, all of this would be irrelevant. I'd simply be looking to pick up the cheapest silver, irrespective of where it came from, the design. The aim would simply be to keep the cost as close to spot as possible. I'm not saying wouldn't be buying any of this, but the thinking behind the purchasing would be different. It would be simply to accumulate as much as possible for the lowest possible cost. People buy generic Britannias, Silver Eagles. We have the 1 ounce Austrian Philharmonics, Krugerrands, Canadian Maples, Australian Kangaroos, all 1 ounce pieces that can be bought quite cheaply. Things like generic silver rounds, things like this 1 ounce silver buffalo or bison. The Stack Collector did a video on the topic of buffalo versus bison. I'll put a link to his video in the description. Check it out, it's quite interesting. But I bought these because I like the designs. The fact that I managed to get them for pretty close to spot price didn't come into the thinking. It was just, I like it, so I bought it. Same with these silver coins from different countries. I just wanted to have one of each, so I may have spent a little bit more on some or others as and when they became available. We have things like these 1 ounce Una and the Lion bar, the 1 ounce Three Graces bar. These both carry quite a premium, so they're not just cheap 1 ounce silver bullion. We have this 1 ounce Perth Mint Dragon coin bar. Beautiful pieces. Now you see this is dated 2022 and they started making these in 2018, so that's another date run that I'm looking to put together. So I would definitely class myself as a collector. I mean, I have things here like these are just brilliant uncirculated €2 coins that commemorate events and are issued by various EU member countries. I just like the designs, so I picked them up. These ones happen to be all the different designs issued by the Bank of Cyprus. Here I have a collection of 3 US coins. These are the bicentennial commemorative coins. These aren't silver. There is a silver set, but these are just the standard circulated, and they were minted to celebrate 200 years of independence. Again, I just like the designs, so I decided to add them to my collection. So there's definitely a difference between being a stacker or a collector. The way I see it is people tend to be a little bit of both. Some may lean more towards the stacking side, others more towards the collector side. I'm definitely more on the collector side, but at the end of the day, what we all have in common is we like to accumulate silver coins, silver rounds, and build our stacks, our collections. Where do you fall? Are you a collector? Are you a stacker? Do you see it as being a little bit of both, or one or the other? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching. I'm CY Sterling. You've been great. Take care.